Hello guys, today we're going to study 2.4 more on slopes. Before we're going to start example 1, please pause this video and make sure you have write all the different forms down, so that way on your test and quizzes you can do well, okay? Alright, example 1, write the equation of a line passing through -3, 1 and parallel to the line whose equation is y equal to 2x plus 1. Express the equation in point slope form and the point intercept form. Okay, a couple of things we need to know. So here we mentioned about parallel. Anytime you have a parallel, so I'm just going to write this way. So that means my slope 2 is equal to my slope 1. Also, make sure you know what is the point slope form right here. So another thing is you need to know is what is the slope intercept form. That's right here, slope intercept form. So that's the things you need to know before we start the question. And given to us, we have point -3, 1. I can label this my x1 and my y1. Also, we have equations y equal to 2x plus 1. You need to realize this actually is our slope intercept form. That is y equal to mx plus b. So if we compare these two, we realize because we want, let me write it down, because we want the parallel, that means our new slope is equal to our given slope. In this case, our given slope is right here. So actually is equal to 2. And another thing is, now we know the given slope, so we need our m2 should be also equal to 2. So what we're going to do is, since we have x1 and y1, now we're going to use the point slope form. This is my m2, so we find a new m, alright? So also we have our x1 right here, okay? We have our y1 as well, is right there. So all we have to do now is just plug in. And then I'm going to simplify it a little bit, okay? Because we want you to write point slope form, so I finished it. Okay, that is the point slope form. So let's look at the second part. We want to also write this as a slope intercept form, y equal to mx plus b. So that means we have to add 1 both sides. We're going to have y equal to 2 times x plus 3, add 1 both sides. Okay, or you're thinking about moving this negative to another side, become positive. So from here, all we have to do is just distribution, y equal to 2x plus 7. So you compare this, that is your slope intercept form. This is for our second part. Alright, so let's look again before we move on. So first we're find your x1, y1. Okay, look at each sentence. And then parallel means m2 must be equal to m1. In this case, it's 2. Okay, then from there, we have to recall point slope form is y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. So we just plug in those. Alright, so from there, we simplified it a little bit. So we turn it into point slope form. That's the first part of the question. And then from second part, that's for slope intercept form. From there, we're just adding 1 both sides of the distribution and turn it into y equal to mx plus b form. Okay, that is our example 1. Okay, example 2. Example 2, we have writing an equation of a linear perpendicular to a given line. When we talk about the perpendicular, that means our m2 is equal to -1 over m1. Again, m is slope. That means m2 is the opposite reciprocal of your m1. Alright, let's look at example 2. So part A, find the slope of any line that is perpendicular to the line whose equation is x plus 4y minus 8 equal to 0. Okay, let's look part A. Given to us x plus 4y minus 8 equals to 0. So this actually is the general form. So first of all, we need to find this slope. So how can we find this slope? We have to turn this general form to the slope-intercept form. We're basically from the general form to the slope-intercept form. How we do this, we're just going to move everything to the right side except y. Okay, we're going to have 4y here. And then we're moving this x to another side that become negative x. Again, you can subtract x both sides. Okay. Then we also move the negative 8 to another side. Now become positive 8. You can add the 8 both sides, you still get the same thing. Now we have to divide for every single term. So that way this is going to be canceled out. So you're going to have y equal to negative 1 over 4x plus 2. Now it is in the slope-intercept form. So we know this part it is our slope, right? So our m1 is equal to negative 1/4. Okay? So because we're looking for the perpendicular, we said our m2 must be the negative 1 over m1. Okay? Which means it's just the negative reciprocal. In our case, that's just going to be the opposite, that will be positive, right? And the reciprocal, 1 over 4, reciprocal of 1 over 4 is just going to be 4. So your m2, the one we're looking for, the answer is 4. Part B. So when you read this question, immediately you should realize, so here we need a general form as the solution, which we already have right here, okay? So let's see how we do this. So we given to us a point 3, negative 5, okay? Write the equation is positive through this point and perpendicular to the line. From part A, we have m equals to 4. If we need to find something perpendicular, we already got this. So now I can actually use this formula, y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. So we just plug in, that will be y minus y1 was negative 5. Okay, if you subtract, make sure to put a parenthesis there, otherwise you're going to get the whole thing wrong. And we found our m2 was 4 because we're looking for something perpendicular. And then we have x minus x1 was 3. So we mentioned in the end we have to work in the end to have this form ax plus by plus c equals 0 form. So that means I have to simplify this, okay? I'll do a distribution, minus 12. So this means we have to move everything to the left side, and then we're going to turn right side to 0. Again, you can really do the traditional way you have learned, subtract, add both sides, all the things. I'm just going to move the stuff around really quick, okay? Okay, so this whole thing gave me negative 4x. Okay, I'm still comparing. And then plus y, and then I need to put this together, so collect like terms, that will be plus 17 equals 0. So I compare them, okay, that is my general form. So that is my solution for my part B. So it's so important you need to know each form, okay? So take some time to memorize this. The next type of question is the average rate of change of a function. So pause the video to read this definition. So here we have, if you think about this, here we have a curve, okay? And then we'll pick those 2 points. And then we form a line. And then this actually, the average rate of change for this curve is just your slope for this straight line right here. It's just a slope. Look at this. F of x2, that just the y value for x2, right? Because you plug x2 in a function, and that is just produce a y. That's your ordered pair. That's just the same thing as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 for this straight line. If you're ever going to take a calculus, you're going to use this a lot. Right now, let's just go ahead try to learn how to use this formula. Okay, example 3. Find the average rate of change of a function f of x equal to x squared plus 4x from x1 equal to 5 to x2 equal to 7. You should realize this is going to be a curve. This is not line because you have x squared. It's not linear anymore. Let's just do step by step, okay? Let's find f of x2. So what is f of x2? Remember, f of x2, we given to us x2 is equal to 7, right? That just means you need to find f of 7. So you already learned this before. You just evaluate this. Okay, that means any x you see here, you need place the x with 7. So in this case, I'm going to have 7 squared plus 4 times 7, which gave us 77, right? 49 plus 28, that is 77. The same thing, we need to find f of x1. So we know x1 was 5, so it's f of 5. So again, you do the same thing. That will be 5 squared plus 4 times 5. You're going to have 25 plus 20, that is 45. So now we just have to plug it in. So we find f of x2 was 77. Okay, I'm going to subtract. F of x1 is just going to be 45. And then over x2, again, that's 7. And then minus x1 is 5. Alright guys, I just highlighted everything. Hopefully that helped you a little bit. Okay, so you can see each piece where they come from. The numerator, that will give you 32, and then denominator give you, that will be 2. That whole thing give you 16. That is your final answer. So I'm going to show you guys another way to do it. Just do it in one step and then see if you understand. If you don't understand, you just ignore the whole thing. Alright, for those of you who want a little bit challenge, and then try this way. Okay. Okay, so this is the other method, which is they are really actually same method. All I'm doing just trying to plug in at the same time. Okay, so this means we said I can just write this as f of x2 was 7, okay, minus f of, and then we said x1 just going to be 5, and then we're just plugging in at the same time. All right, then x2 equals 7 and the x1 equals 5. Okay, I can write this way. And then here I'm going to continue. So right now I can just plug in 7. That will be 7 squared plus 4 times 7. Okay, all I'm doing is just evaluating the same time. Like I plug in 7, still go back here. 7 squared plus 4 times 7. Alright, and then subtract. I put a big parenthesis right here. So I'm going to do is plug in 5 for this. That will be 5 squared plus 4 times 5, okay, then the whole thing over 7 minus 5. Okay, the only difference is I'm doing it everything at once. If this confuse you, so just forget about it. All right, so you're doing actually the same thing. The first part that will give you 77, the second part that will give you 45, and then you have the exactly same thing, like right this step right there. So then you're going to have your final answer same, that will be 16. So this is another way to do it. For those students like a little bit challenge, you can do it at once, you can see it, and then use this method. If you can't, just do step by step. Okay, I mentioned it earlier. Alright guys, I highlighted everything, and then hopefully that will help you a little bit. Thank you for watching the video. I will see you guys next time.